guys, Premature here to say welcome everyone to the second day of my brand new channel's opening weekend. This video is coming out a lot later than I thought because of some technical difficulties that we experienced earlier in the week. I had to actually completely scrap multiple recordings and do it all over again earlier today. And then something still happened. So now we're here. It's 9 p.m. I wanted to get this video out there for you guys before, 10. That's not happening anymore. This video is gonna be out at like 11 p.m. I'm so sorry for the delay. Regardless, if you guys do enjoy The Midnight Witch, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. It really helps out and lets me know you guys are already enjoying the content on the second channel. If you guys missed out on yesterday's video, go check it out. It's Franco Part 1. Part 2 will be sometime down the line, along with Midnight Witch Part 2. That will be sometime down the line. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing a brand new series, the first series here on this channel. It is going to be a long one, but I hope you guys are excited for it. It is going to be... I'm not telling you shit. I'm not spoiling the surprise. It's a surprise, damn it. Go watch tomorrow's video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when that video goes live. That video hopefully will go live before noon tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe even at noon, period. That being said, let's get crack-a-lackin' and jump right into the Midnight Witch. We have waited long enough. There we go. What is your name again? My name is Ren, for this series. Now, I do want to say this one right now. This is not the main protagonist's canon name. His canon name is actually Kei. K-E-I. Kei. Kei? Kai? No, it's definitely not Kai. It is probably K. Or Key. Or something. Regardless, our name in this game is Ren. That laugh, my goodness. Ooh, chills already. We haven't even started. Ren? That's a lovely name. Okay. Cool. Thanks. What time is it? Whatever that time is. Hey, Ren, move! My neurons are very slowly kicking in, like a rusty machine getting greased by motor oil. Huh? I look up with still sleepy eyes and towards the origin of this pleasant morning greeting and notice Dan's talking and grin. Oh, good old Dan. Just, love the vibes. Now, I do want to say one thing. For anyone that's wondering why I didn't use my microphone setup, this one, for this video and also my friend Bo video. Well, the answer to that is actually annoying but simple. So, for some reason, when I go to record something with my microphone, I can't hear the audio of the game. However, my game audio does get picked up and my voice gets picked up. However, if I want to try to make it so that I can still hear the audio, I need to use these bad boys, unfortunately. So, what I tried doing is I tried connecting my Bluetooth headphones to my computer. Well, this was still plugged in, and that worked. Then my voice got high-pitched, and I'm like, really? So, yes, I would somehow have to tamper with my voice audio somehow to make it lower pitch. Something I don't know how to quite do. So I'm like, fine, I'll re-record everything. Okay, here we are. And no, I did not check the audio to see if there was a problem at all when I did this the first time, because I'm an idiot. Anyways, Dan is a jerk. You'll get to love him later. West, his loyal minion, is standing right next to him. Look at this shy little guy. Jin. What an interesting little shirt. He looks scrawny. Very. You're not really a morning person. Even worse than me. I feel like I've been jolted awake from a particularly heavy sleep. Like every night, I don't go to bed until I've exhausted all of the distractions available to a broke student. Living the life, watching anime, eating ramen noodles. A well-rounded mix of video games, TV shows, and procrastination of social media. Oh, the dreaded doom scroll. We love that shit. It's a problem. We need help. And like every morning, I promise myself to go to bed as soon as I get home. Knowing full well we ain't doing that, we're going straight back onto the daily grind of just doom scrolling for hours. Regardless, I suddenly feel a hand on my shoulder that abruptly pulls me out of my daydream. Man, you're really out of it today. No, I just, what exactly? Unable to finish my sentence, I gently massage my aching temples. You were with Emma, right? It's been what, 6 years? What? No, it's only been, uh, two? 2 years? Now that's a long-term relationship. Come on, you must have hit 2 years of cumulia, cumulia, mm, cumulative, cumulative, cumulative relationships long ago, but with more than 10 girls. I don't know why it took you so long to say that one word specifically, but it just brain sees words like that. It'll try to say it very oddly, and I'm like, no, try to say it normally. So I try to slow it down, break it into parts. And then when I break it down into parts successfully, then I say it all together. And that's what happened. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Crazy. Hey, I'm just looking for the perfect girl. I answer with a particularly loud yawn. Oh, now if you say so. How are you doing at school this early? I'm a new man, bro. Time for a quick stone. We sit in the front row. Wes bursts out laughing. Very friendly, perfectly aligned, little pointy teeth. Oh, now look at his smile. So cute. What about you? You've decided to rebuild your life too? Wes's smile suddenly fades and his face turns pale. Haha, gotcha. You ain't changing shit. Well, he's not really a model self-confidence. Did you did you not hear? We have a new professor this morning. His sentence hangs in the air. So what? You don't get it, Ren. This new professor, I heard she's absolutely Ren! A familiar voice, soft and melodious, reaches my ears. Emma stands right behind us, looking puzzled. Um, guys, why are we blocking the entrance? Dan slaps me on the back, nearly knocking the wind out of me. Look, here's our sweetheart. I jostled Dan slightly close to Emma and put a shy arm around her shoulders. Hey, Emma. You okay? Emma smiles at me and places a light kiss on my cheek. On my lips. I'm sorry. Which is a way of triggering a small wave of heat that radiates down my belly. No, how cute. It's very cute. I'm not really the romantic type, but this girl has brought out feelings to me that were previously totally unknown to me. Jen was telling me about the new professor we're having this morning, apparently. Emma looks at me with a surprised expression. Oh, right! You heard it too? I remain slightly puzzled. Is this such a big news, the new professor? I don't get the hype. Huh, normal answer at last. Look, kids, it's time to go take a smoke outside and talk about the topic of most importance. He turns abruptly to Wes. Let's go get seats in the back first. I want to sleep peacefully as soon as the new professor starts spouting off her lecture. With a shifty look on his face, Wes nods and quickly leaves for the auditorium. My arms still around Emma, I follow Dan to the park without much enthusiasm. Just with everyone in this new professor. Is it someone famous? Possibly, I don't know. The autumn breeze makes Emma's shoulders shiver as she decides to cling to my arm a little tighter, and also drawing some warmth from it. My goofy smile quickly fades as I become aware of Dan's condescending look. I didn't know you were a hopeless romantic, Ren. Yeah, I get it. You're not familiar with this very concept. I'm looking for the right person too. I mean, if Jessica decided one day to, who knows? After all, I would just need a stroke to fall into your arms. Oh, damn. Okay, she's pretty. I turn my head to the newcomer. Jessica, the most popular girl of the class. Sunlight slides over her incredibly long red hair. Many heads turn when she walks around the campus. I don't think she has very many female friends. Probably not. I feel Emma's fingers tighten on my arm and notice a slightly uneasy look on her face. She and Jessica don't really get along very well, to say the least. Jessica, I was just waiting for you to come and brighten up this dreary morning. Don't even dream about it, Dan. Dan bursts out laughing. The two of them actually get along pretty well. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I don't think there's any hint of romance between them, but who knows? Anything's possible. Anyway, so what's this about a new professor? What's so interesting about her? Yeah, I feel like she's all everyone's talking about. Is this really a big thing? A new professor? Just what I'm thinking. Finally, someone gets it. Emma speaks up in an unusually excited voice. I heard she graduated top of her class last year. She was so good that the university agreed to hire her as an assistant professor, even though she's barely older than us. Jessica glares at Emma with a contemptuous look. He's probably your spirit animal, right, Miss Perfect? Emma cowers in on herself, as if she's been slapped. Oh, Jessica, what the hell? I have to step in. Hey, Jessica, I know your grass-based diet must be such a pain on a daily basis. You don't need to lash out onto others. Jessica strides toward me in a way that's both graceful and intimidating. Scary. Her haughty air and amber eyes seem capable of setting the surrounding air ablaze at any moment. I may have gone too far, just a bit. Hugh, we're all happy to know that your underwear sits right next to Miss Perfect's bed 3 times a week. But you really need to get your feet back on the ground. I didn't know that. Oh. I'm squealing like a little girl about drama. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with me? Sorry, milady. This girl is scary. I wonder who would be crazy enough to chase after her. Dan most definitely is. Chill, Jess. You know Ren is a white knight type. He's defending his damsel in distress. And also, I know what a lot of you guys are probably thinking as well. Why am I not using my secondary mic? Yeah, not in the mood right now. There are damsels in distress who would be better off thrown to the dragon. Wow. An unusual silence is in. You don't say. I don't understand the animosity between Jessica and Emma. Fortunately, Dan often manages to defuse the situation. Bro, Dan! He got a real gift for that. His hand brushes Jessica's shoulder and she immediately turns her animosity to this new threat. Jessica, you don't understand. This new professor, apparently, he's absolutely gorgeous. Jessica raises a haughty eyebrow. What? So she wears what? She wears a miniskirt and full-on chain cleavage, and that's enough to tickle your white chromosome? Uh-huh. Yeah. We're gonna let that one sink in for a second. My poor Dan, I thought you were not that stupid. Poor Dan. Dan shakes his head, a condescending smile on his lips. You don't understand. I've never gotten so much dithyrambic feedback on a girl. Is that what the word is? What the hell does that word even mean? It's like she's everyone's first choice. Dithyrambic? I still think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Don't use big words you don't understand. Is it to impress this infamous professor? Maybe. Jessica rolls her eyes with a sigh. Dan, you're really a complete idiot. Jessica gives Emma one last contemptuous look, then heads towards the main building. Brandon, I think it's time to go. Emma takes my hand and heads towards the building as well. I follow her with my feet dragging. This is way too early in the morning. How early are we talking about? How early could it possibly be, huh? Oh, 9 a.m. Oh, yeah, no, that's an early class. I walked into the half-empty auditorium with Emma still holding my hand. Looks like not everyone is planning to attend the morning lecture. Damn, how dare they? Let's sit over there. There we go. I thought I heard my dog barking. I just wanted to... I definitely hear my dog barking. I'll go tend to him in here in a second. As usual, Emma sits at one of the top middle rows, at a very reasonable distance from the board. How long does this class last again? 3 hours, I think? Damn, that's a long class. When I was at university for a single semester before I transferred to a community college for reasons, I'm not telling you why. I had a lecture class in a pretty big auditorium. I would say that class was about an hour and a half. I had a lab that same semester that was 3 hours long. That was a nightmare. I hated it. But yeah, I can't imagine being in one lecture hall for 3 hours in a row. I stared at her unblinkingly for far too long to hide my dismay. Uh, over the whole week, a small crystal chime and laugh escapes on my thin lips as she quickly kisses me. Stop being so silly. Social studies is one of my favorite subjects. Oh, it's one of these classes. Okay, I thought it was science or something. Yeah, me too. One of my favorites to skip. I actually don't mind social studies in real life. It's just too broad to be fully interested in, for me to get fully interested in. Emma grabs my arm with a particularly adorable expression. Ben, I love you. Aww. I love you too, Emma. You know that already. I should have done this yesterday. There's romance in the air. That would have been such a perfect way to start off the weekend with with some romance on Valentine's Day. Why didn't I do that? I'm stupid. Instead, I decided to do drama. Oh, yeah, but I love you. I love when you say it. A duet of identical voices rises behind me. Emma! Yeah. I'm not doing both those voices. I'm just going to do one of the voices. Zoe! Zoe! The twins. Oh, God. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are these going to be? Oh, no, they're cute. Oh, no. I'm not saying anything. I quickly step aside to let the double-header tornado pass by me and rush to Emma. You'll never guess we saw making out on the way here. I still can't believe it. What? No way. Yes. Yes. Then, as exasperating sigh, I turn away and take out my laptop. I scan across the classroom that's slowly filling up around me. Some people clearly decided to stay in the bed this morning. From the looks of it, there's still a good 30 or so students who bothered to show up. Not bad for a morning class. I will say this right now. Based on the shape of this auditorium, I'd say this probably fits at least 100 students, maybe more. I mean, we could perfectly see how many rows there are and how many sets of tables in each row there are, so... At least 4 sets of these, and however seats there are in a row. I can't fully see the extent of how many are in each row, so there might be more there. But if I had to guess, that's probably the end of the table. Anyways, but yeah, however many. Math it. For math it, guys. I don't know. I glance at him and he's still absorbed in an intense exchange of gossip with the twins. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Dan staring at me from the back row. This new professor must really be something to me. Must really be special for him to show up this early in the morning. An amber glint catches my eye. It's only Jessica who sat just a little bit behind me, in the back row. At a very reasonable distance from Dan, though. Wes is giving her sideways glances. Is that why he's always with Dan? In the hope of getting closer to Jessica? I don't know. Also, I will say this right now. I just noticed. Wes's shirt? Look at the hair. Look at her hair. Wes, are you hiding something? You little sneak? Huh? My face naturally breaks into a smile as I open my latest notes on my laptop. The social sciences file contains about 10 particularly short sentences and a few words highlighted in bold. Yep, that's it. Just that. Okay, that's. Let's say that I'm desperately relying on Emma's notes. What are the midterms again? A slight nudge pulled me out of my thoughts. Bren, look. She's not the only one who looks stunned. Seems like the whole class is hypnotized by what exactly? My swerve towards the front of the class. Oh, oh. Okay, well, he's pretty. The newcomer is sitting on the lecture desk in the most natural way. All eyes linger on her fine, even features, her bewitching smile, her jet black hair cascading down her shoulders. Let alone her eyes. Eyes at once dark, sparkling, intimidating. I'm sorry. I forgot the T at the start for some reason. And a whole bunch of other letters. But an impossible night blue green dances in her gaze. The regular professor's loud voice raises sharp, but only partially breaks a spell that is mesmerizing the whole class. You know, that's kind of exactly what I expected from a professor of social sciences. Listen, this is Miss. Please, tell me Evelyn. Oh, that's a nice name. The playful tone emphasizes the bubbly and perfectly controlled side of her voice. Evelyn is my new assistant. She'll be teaching most of my classes next semester. I'm counting on you to stay serious and focused. A few whispers rise from the back row. It's a dream job. You hire some assistant and don't do shit. How do you become a professor? Please, quiet in the back! He didn't like that remark. Good. I'm calling you to welcome Evelyn and show her the full extent of her capabilities. For those who haven't, ooh, he's throwing shade at all of us. The professor punctuated his last remark with a glance in the direction of Dan. It grins of all his teeth. He's just like, I know you're not happy with me, Professor, but hey. That's funny. I wish you all a good day. Good luck to you, Evelyn. That was a loud door slam. Okay. The sound of the door slamming shut tells me that the professor has left the room. And with that, we truly begin. It's only Evelyn and us now. Hello, everyone. Good morning, madam. Hey. A collective murmur rises from the rows of the room, greeting to the new arrival. Like I said, you could call me Evelyn. Please, don't call me madam. I'm barely older than you. A light laugh escapes her lips and echoes off the large walls of the auditorium. I graduated last year, so I was a student like you until very recently. I hope we can bond and learn together. Better together, I'm sorry. I'm still very new to the job, so I'm counting on your goodwill. The muffled echo of male voices erupts from the four corners of the auditorium. Of course, you can count on us. You can count us? It's probably supposed to be you can count on us and just forgot on for some reason. You can count on us, Professor Evelyn. You need help. Please let me know. Her amused eyes roam the auditorium and scrupulously probe each row. Room looks pretty empty to me, but I think all the important people are here. What? Is that a subtle way of saying she's going to take attendance? For a morning lecture? That'd be unheard of. Okay, listen. So you know that one... Actually, no, that's a different lecture. So I had a different lecture when I was at university. It was a smaller lecture course. I would say it was about half the size. Instead of there being like, I want to say almost 100 students in that one lecture class, this one had probably close to about 50, if that. And our professor would take attendance at least for the first 2 weeks, and then afterwards she wouldn't. But based on the time, it's fall, or at least that's what the game I think implies. So I'm going to assume that this is probably in either probably early October if I had to guess. So roughly 4 weeks into the semester, 5. Let's go with 5. 5 weeks into the semester. Something like that. Taking attendance is going to be nice for a new professor to get to know new students. Get to know students. It makes sense. Anyways, Evelyn comes down from the lecture desk with a small light hop. Oh, I think it's about time for us to start the class. And just start on the right foot. By the way, what class am I supposed to teach you? Even Emma's left speechless. No one expected her to say that. You don't say! What makes you be prepared? No! Evelyn seems to revel in everyone's surprise. This is a social studies class. A large smile appears on Evelyn's face. Social studies. Oh, that's my favorite class. Just like Emma. The new professor's gaze finally swivels to me. You, handsome. What's your name? Why do questions always come to me regardless of the professor? I'm Ren, madam. Evelyn. Ren, could you please tell me where you were in the course? Emma, please save our team show up for half the classes, so... I just show up for half the classes. There are many things you don't know in this universe. We know that life, the origin of black holes, our progress in the course is simply part of this great unfathomable whole. Wow. Might as well go all in. I wish I could answer you, but you know, I was shown up for class and... Emma graces me with a surprisingly powerful blow to the sternum that takes my breath away. My God, Emma. I give Emma a surprised look like, what the fuck? Why? Was she expecting that I would just be up to date with the course? I swivel towards Evelyn. No, Red, I'm lucky you decided to show up today. Sure you won't regret getting up this morning. Huh? I get up, Red, and remember where we were. We were on comprehensive sociology. Evelyn quickly hugs her hands, looking very excited. The finalists of the social world. Fantastic. Social relationships, right? Domination, power, differentiation. I nodded without understanding a word she just said. Yeah, that makes sense to me, yeah. I really need to start studying for real, or else Emma's gonna yell at me again. Her cold look confirms my fears. Looks quite upset. I'm sorry, Emma. Thanks for helping me. Perfect. Let's start the class. I'm counting on you all to behave. Well, this is gonna go swimmingly. So, like, 5 minutes? 30? Probably 30. Evelyn is right. Evelyn is quite brilliant. Despite her visible lack of preparation for this specific class, she's been talking about comprehensive sociology for over 5 minutes with particular insight and sense of expertise. Maybe it was 5 minutes. No, but there was that whole lead up to meeting Evelyn, so it was probably 30 minutes actually. Given my insane lack of knowledge in social sciences, I am unable to say if what she says is actually relevant or not. But she definitely sounds very convincing. Wait, isn't that the Dr. Fox effect? What's the Dr. Fox effect? I'll have to look that up. Seems like I've actually learned a thing or two about sociology over the years. Ah, yes, sociology. This was an interesting class. I took it when I transferred over to community college. It was one of the first courses I took there. I really liked the course. I really liked the professor too. Homework was a little bit of a struggle for me. I think I got like a B- that class. I mean, overall, that's good. It's good overall, but like, could have been better. Let's take a look at the other students. Most of them behave exactly like usual. At least the ones I know. Emma takes perfectly organized notes on her little pink on her perfectly pink. Let me start over. Emma takes perfectly organized notes on a little pink laptop. Zoe's having a quick manicure, a little nail polish jar unsteadily resting on her right knee. And Chloe tries by all means to catch the eye of a guy in a few rows down, with much success so far. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, also, first of all, why are you giving yourself a manicure? And why are you trying to flirt with someone? You're in the middle of a lecture hall. As for Jessica, she's staring at her laptop screen far too intensely to be actually paying attention to her class. Oh, is she one of those people that will just pull out their laptop, pretend to be taking notes, but is actually watching like Hulu or some shit? There was a guy in my The big lecture class that I was talking about earlier. That one's the science class actually. There was a guy that sat in the front row, but off to the side, so the professor didn't really like notice. But he just watched like HBO Max. Like this one day, I started watching Game of Thrones instead of watching the lecture. It was hilarious. I was like, "What are you doing?" Anyways, but yeah. And what about me? I'm fine in line. I haven't taken a single note. Damn. Nudge on the elbow pulls me out of my daydream. I was listening, I swear. Emma looks at me warily, then finally smiles. Very funny. But take note. I started 5 minutes ago. With a sigh, I push my hands on the keyboard and start writing a few keywords from Emma's notes. Hey, do you guys have internet? Emma and I turn to a student sitting a bit further to my left. I haven't tried yet. Why? I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. New whisper. I need to. Wi-Fi is down. I must have changed the password last week. Only the school internet works. University internet. Intranet. Great. If I know anything about a college campus and its school in its internet, oh, it's not that great. Wi-Fi is good though. The Wi-Fi is good if you can connect to it. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a good time. Aside from fascinating articles about the discovery of electricity and the biography of the college's dean, this thing's as empty as my fridge on a weeknight. Log on to the internet chat. Everyone's trolling. I mean, social networks and mobile phones, this kind of thing is literally useless. But now, since we don't have the actual internet anymore, find the address in a few clicks and manage to log into the chat room. Messages are flooding. I opened a small tab listing the people logged in. There's almost 30 people. Damn, that's a big chat room. Operator says, seriously, no one can crack the Wi-Fi password? Sucks so much. So fucking bored. I didn't even change it. It was just working fine yesterday. Why so serious? I got no signal on my phone. Yeah, I don't have any signal either. I think that was supposed to be a different person, and they just I don't know. Yes, me says nobody can get any signal in this auditorium. It's always been like this. But why? Wes the wizard says this auditorium is built with new materials that are more insulating, but that also prevent any mobile signal. I do your I do your mom. Get the fuck out. Val Shore. Shut up, he's saying something interesting. So we'll never get any signal in this room? Pink Lady, who's Wes the Wizard? I go for an impressive number of insulting messages in pure flood, and saying how an online chat could become garbage can in no time. Good old dumpster fire. We will eventually, thanks to the deep interior technology that allows signals to pass through very thick walls. But it's expensive for mobile network operators to install. How do you know all this? It's Wes, Dan's friend. His mom works as a telecom operator, so he knows a lot about this. That's interesting. Dark Unicorn says, shut the fuck up. The chat being anonymous is so easy to troll. Welcome to the absurdity of online chatting, and welcome to the absurdity that is chat rooms, baby. Let's go. I'll glance over at Emma, still focused on her notes that now fill the entire page. Damn! Has someone talked that much already? In 5 minutes! Okay, we're probably closer to 6 or 7 now. That's a whole page of notes! I have never had that happen. I feel Emma's incensed look on my face. He hates it when I slack off, and I look up at Evelyn again. I find this almost magical bluish glow dancing in her dark eyes. I stiffen slightly as Emma shakes my shoulder. No, hurry up! I stifle a yawn and look down at the clock. Morning break won't happen anytime soon. Alright. How much time has goes past now? Another 30 minutes! It's now 10 o'clock! We are done with this chapter. Chapter? We are done with this chapter! I hope it wasn't too boring. An unusual rising tide of voices spread through the rows. That was perfect, Evelyn. Keep talking, please! Could you please repeat that last part? Thank you all, you're so kind. But I've talked too much. Now it's question time. What do you mean, questions? Wait, I didn't pay any attention! Why can't you tell me what the barn effect is? Oh, it's like little mini reviews for each section. Oh, I kind of like that idea, actually. It helps people who paid attention. feel accomplished, and for people that paying attention to quickly take notes. Ugh. A few hands go up, including Emma's. And Dan's? Dan's? What? You, next to Ren. Emma straightens up slightly in her chair. It's the principle used for personality tests or horoscopes. People are flattered by a speech that valorizes them, which in turn leads them to find inaccurate comments about their own personality relevant. Evelyn quickly claps both her hands. Excellent, that's exactly right. What's your name? Emma hesitates for a second, surprised by the teacher's unusual familiarity with her students. Emma. It's perfect, Emma. Create any personality test, you'll always find a subtle mix of flattery and statements generic enough to fit the majority. Oh. But you know, I'm never doing one of those again. Once convinced that the test results represent who you are, you would become more likely to accept completely false statements about your own personality. This is the power of the Barnum effect. Ah, how interesting. Evelyn, you are the best professor in the world. Dan, shut up! Evelyn bursts into a crystalline laugh. Sorry, but flattery needs at least a little bit of subtlety. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Let's see. Can you tell me about the bystander effect? A classic that you've already faced in real life. Huh. You know, thinking about it, I'm 90% sure on the regular day, you will have encountered the bystander effect. That is assuming that you go out in public. No. It's always the same people answering. I'll pick some this time. Oh, I hate when that happens. I love the unusual people who raise their hands so they pick on someone. So the professor picks on someone instead. I hate when that happens. She slowly moves across the stage in search of her prey, one hand brushing the desk as she continues to walk. You, over there. What's your name? Lucas, madam. Evelyn? The guy named Lucas. I've probably talked to him twice in my life. He's casually sitting in an obvious attempt to appear cool and relaxed. Yeah, so something like this probably. So, Lucas, do you know what the bystander effect is? Lucas' smiles widen. It's when you're bystander to a significant event that you're unable to replicate, that you're able to replicate afterwards with accuracy. No, that I don't think that's right, buddy. I'm pretty sure the bystander effect is. Well, yes, you are a bystander to an event, but you're unable to act because you think someone else will act instead. I think that's what the bystander effect is. For example, I was able to date very talented girls. Damn. Okay. So, kind of a douche. As a result, now I can pull off some emission tricks. That's definitely not the reason. It includes this answer with a link that you probably believes to be the most charming in the world. Ah, what a douche. It was dorky, vulgar, and probably off topic. No, it was most definitely off topic. What a douche. That's what I was saying. That's really lucky to fix this out if it gets kicked out of class. To my surprise, Evelyn continues to smile in a perfectly natural way. It does not surprise me. After all, you look like you belong to a good gifted type. It's up to you to find out. Yeah, Evelyn smiles widen. But I already know better than anyone. Huh? Unfortunately, that wasn't the right answer. Why did the screen go dark? What was that noise? I'm scared. A blinding flash of light fills the entire room for a split second, immediately followed by a dull crack. My eyes instinctively close at the sudden light assault. The classroom is now dead silent. Oh no. When I finally manage to open my eyes for good, I find myself facing a vision of horror. Oh shit! Evelyn is elegantly seated on the table right in front of Lucas, smiling. Terrifying. In front of her, Lucas stares dazedly at the long blue spear that crosses his chest. Dude, that's a trident, basically. It's got 3 prongs. Like, look, there's prong 1, prong 2, prong 3. Damn! That. Oh, he's a dead man. That pierced right through his heart. This dude dead. B-E-A-D. There's blood absolutely everywhere. The eyes widen. Lucas tries to articulate some words, but only a bubble of blood springs from his lips and splashes a little more from his completely soiled clothes. The blue spirit seems to glow with a supernatural and tenacious gleam, as if animated by a will of its own. Evelyn keeps her eyes riveted on Lucas's face, whose life is rapidly slipping away. Feels like time stays frozen for an eternity. Oh, we get a better view. Yeah, no, that spirit got 3 points, at least. My brain, unable to process the images I am witnessing, can no longer reason rationally. Shit, shit, shit. Lucas covered in blood. Evelyn just sitting there like a, I don't even know, psychopath? The magic spear. I'm dreaming. Someone pinch me. A nightmare. That's impossible. This isn't real. Like I said, please, someone slap me in the face. I barely managed to hear the scream that tears through the surrounding silence. Yep, that pretty much does that. Run! The paralysis at once gripped the entire room, disappears all at once as if by magic. A very large panic begins, with half the students taking cover under their tables, while the other half rushes to the door. Door located at the other end of the room from my seat, so that's probably not good. Ah, we're screwed! Emma turns to me, her face livid. Without thinking, I pull her against me and tip backwards so that our bodies are under the table. The protection is purely symbolic, but what more can I do? While my brain is screaming at me to think of a way to get to get to the door, my gaze goes back to Evelyn. Still smiling, she gently caresses the handle of the spear without seemingly disturbed by the agitation around her. Her medallion glows with the pulsing of the magic sphere, which seems to be absorbing the life of her unfortunate victim. Oh my god, her eyes just went small. Oh, it seems like Lucas is living his last moments. His face becomes more and more livid with each passing second, as his eyes take on a gray color specific to dead corpses. Oh god. A frightful nausea invades me. I pull Emma a little tighter against me, force her head to turn toward my chest in a futile attempt to spare her from this macabre vision. In spite of the ambient rush, a new shrill scream, followed by a pestilential odor, invades the room that silences all the other noises. As I try to find a proper vision angle without exposing myself unnecessarily, I manage to see a flaming mass collapsing on the floor just in front of the door. Oh! Don't tell me another students. Yeah. Oh! We're trapped! The students amassing the door all caught up in a primal panic. A tremendous stampede ensues, the crowd divided by the desire to get as far away as possible from the 2 corpses. That of Lucas and another unfortunate soul who was burned alive. Evelyn's bubbly voice rises from the center stage as if she had teleported again from the back rooms where Lucas's corpse still lies. No, no, no. The class is not over. At these words, all the students froze and a new icy silence invaded the room. Evelyn's sharp smile lights up her face, which strangely no longer bears any trace of Lucas's blood. If you don't hurry back to your seats, I'll have to punish you too. After a few interminable seconds, the message finally sinks in. Clear as blood. Punishment. Death. New panic sets in. Don't smile like that, you yandere! Jeez! Most of the students rush to the relative safety of the tables, while a handful remain motionless near the door, totally paralyzed by fear. Emily gazes at these deaf-row inmates with a delighted expression. Ah, bad students. One of the 3 students still standing faints, her face maddened. The second lays eyes on the totally charred corpse, then bends over the vomit profusely. The third, his limbs shaken all over, seems to have completely lost the control of his own body. Evelyn slowly approaches the door, her eyes riveted on the two girls on the ground. Poor thing, she fainted. What kind of teacher would I be if I punished a student with amnesia? Her light-hearted laughter is in total contrast to the seriousness of the situation. As for her, so she's going to spare the one that fainted, but she's not going to spare the other one. Evelyn takes a small step to the side to avoid the puddle of vomit. I'm sorry, but eating in class is forbidden. That's how you mess up the room. With a nonchalant gesture, she sends two fingers in the direction of the unfortunate girl still on her knees and agitated by sporadic retching. A new flash of light, blue this time. The student collapses totally on her vomit in a big spray of blood. Oh. She shoot her? I'm so confused by that. I don't want to know, though. Oh my, look how dirty she is. Don't say that, please. This sounds weird. I hate dirty people. That sounds weird! The last student still standing and tries to move away, but his legs seem no longer to obey the movements dictated by his hips. He just manages to lean against the wall to avoid falling. Evelyn raises her eyes full of malice in his direction. Why aren't you sitting in your seat? Class has started already, right? The unfortunate guy opens his mouth like a fish out of water and painfully manages to squeeze a few words. I, I, uh, I, it's not a valid answer. Sorry. Evelyn gives him a ravaging little wink, then quickly waves her left hand in his direction. A new flash of light followed by a dull cracking sound. A long blue spear, identical to the one that pierced Lucas, goes for the student's chest and literally pins it against the wall. Oh! Oh god! I thought I made their inhaler. Step aside! We got a new inhaler in town! It'd be beautiful! Contrary to Lucas, death must have been instantaneous. The student does not emit any rattle, and his inner head falls to one side in a frightening angle. Looking satisfied, Evelyn quickly completes her work, then returns to the desk while clapping her hands. Oh, I guess we could resume the class. She runs her delicate hand through her long hair. I think I was just asking you some questions. Alright, just a few more questions and we'll start a new chapter. Let's see. Evelyn sweeps the room with her eyes. All the students have taken shelter under the tables, just like Emma and me. A perfectly useless shelter, and as much as the underside of the table is visible from the door. It's kind of difficult for you to take notes, crouching like that on the floor. Despite her enchanted smile, an evil glint gleams in her eyes as she opens her mouth again. Oh shit, look at her expression. If you don't take notes, I'll have to consider you absent. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what you're gonna do with the people that are absent today. It ain't going to be good. The signal is clear. Obey or die. The students slowly stand up and reluctantly sit back in their seats in dead silence. Despite my heart beating way too fast, I take the risk of standing up as well. Emma's still in my arms. My will is close to breaking when Emma raises her big doe eyes to me filled with tears. Emma, trust me. My voice is only a whisper, but she nods and let my arm guide her. I sit her back down in a seat right next to mine, and sit down as well. Her morbidly livid face doesn't let me forget the nausea rumbling deep in my guts. This nightmare, a pure nightmare. I slowly turn my head towards Evelyn, praying not to meet her eyes. With a big smile on her face, she's making sure that everyone is seated properly. A particularly sickening smell of burning flesh finally reaches my nostrils. I glance at the black carcass laying on the floor near the door. Just imagining that it is the corpse of another human being makes me want to regurgitate the contents of my stomach. No way. Magic doesn't exist. There is no such thing as teachers killing students in the classroom. Not in my life, not in my very average, very basic student life. That's impossible. Emma's small hand squeezes mine. Despite her shaking, the touch of her soft skin manages to calm my emotions slightly, enough to bring me back to my senses. I need to be rational, control my emotions, survive. We must survive. Oh, God. Jeez. All right, cool beans. That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Yes, we're ending it right here. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please make sure you guys do the things I mentioned earlier. I'm not going to repeat them again because that's stupid. I'm not going to do that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. This is Ryan Gaming, signing out. Adios, amigos, and good night. Make sure you come check out tomorrow's video. You're not going to regret it, I promise you. You're right.